Larson here at the photo booth with a bunch of stuff sent into the P.O. box. Up first, we have... Oh, excuse me. Up first, we have Steve from Dublin, Ireland. Steve sent in a whole box of stuff here. The box is a little worse for wear, but nothing too bad. First off, this is a holiday box here with a penguin on it. And Steve says, thanks for all the great Toy Galaxy content, great content on Toy Galaxy. Keep up the great work, and here are some figures I found while packing, I think it says. Thought you could give it a good home. Happy Christmas. All right, thank you very much, Steve, and happy Christmas to you as well. In the box here, we have... First up is a bag of... a whole bunch of, I almost said G.I. Joe, a whole bunch of Indiana Jones figures from, who did these? Was this Playmates? You know, I should have looked this up beforehand. Now I can't see on them. Anyway, I can't remember who did these. I didn't get many of these when they came out. I wanted to, but I just, for whatever reason, didn't. So we've got the German trooper here on the motorcycle. That's a great bike. We've got the Ark. We've got the Idol from... so we've got Raiders of the Lost Ark. We've got the Idol from the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark. We've got a bunch of cool accessories. We've got the monkey. Yeah, oh, there it goes. I wasn't sure if it was going to focus. We've got this guy. We've got this guy. I think that's Nick Fury. We've got this guy. Oh, it's Indy. Yeah, this was... I do have one or two of these figures in my box of figs somewhere. One of the things I didn't like about them was that you couldn't get their legs any closer together, and they all had that sort of wide stance. But, you know, for a... 4-inch scale batch of Indiana Jones figures. They're very cool. I definitely liked them, and I wanted to get them all and like them more, but they just weren't, like, look at this. It's a little too much detail. Like, you didn't need to have this much detail on here with, you know, the gun being able to go in the holster and then the holster having the flap on it like this. It's just, it's a little too much detail for this scale. And I don't know, look at this face. It's rough. Were these just Hasbro? This is killing me. They should just be Hasbro. Hang on. Yeah, Hasbro. From... looks like 2007. I don't know if that was an anniversary year for Indiana Jones or if that was just one of the years that... I don't remember when Crystal Skull came out, but I mean, they're good figures. I dig them. And I think I only had like this one, and maybe not even this specific one, but I definitely had one or two, and maybe, I just forgot her name, Marion, somewhere. Anyway, moving on to the rest of the stuff here, we've got a bunch of... These aren't the original Robotech ones. Same molds. If you watch our history of Exo-Squad, actually we might have covered it in both Exo-Squad and Robotech. I don't remember exactly if we hit the same subject matter in both videos, but these are original Robotech molds that were reused for Exo-Squad in the 90s. And there was obviously some legal issues there, but these are all dated. Playmates 1994, so 86 for Harmony Gold USA, and Tatsunoko, and then 94 for Exo-Squad there, Playmates. Real weird deal that happened at all. Like I said, check out that video. Maybe producer Greg can put the link up on screen or something, or just find it in our library. But these are cool toys. I've always dug these things more because, you know, it was a opportunity to pick up Robotech stuff in the 90s when there just wasn't that much opportunity to get. And there was other things than this as well. Last thing we have in here is a Evangelion. I don't know. And I don't know what unit this is because I still haven't watched it yet. Oh, his leg's a little bent out to the side here. I don't know if it's supposed to be. Don't think so. But, oh, maybe it is. I don't know. But there's that guy. These were some of the earlier figures. These are by Sega. Okay, Sega, 1997. Yeah, I don't know what unit this is. Unit 2? Looks like it's Unit 2. It says 2 on the side there, so you can take those comments back. I know it's Unit 2 now. And don't spoil anything for me, because I will watch it at some point. Everything I've heard about it sounds pretty cool. Everything I've seen looks pretty cool. So I will definitely check that out at some point. But for the meantime, Steve from Dublin, Ireland, thank you very much for sending all this stuff in. It's a bunch of great stuff. Thanks. Next up is frequent contributor to the show, to Dan in the Photo Booth specifically, is Richard from Milpitas, California. He sent in, actually, there's 2 boxes. Box 1 has a Marvel Legends Molten Man Wave Scorpion, which is cool. I did not pick this figure up. Did I get anybody from this wave? Yeah, I grabbed Mysterio. I think Mysterio's the only one I got. I still haven't seen the movie. It's I want to see it. It looked good. Everything looked awesome in it. I have actually managed to avoid spoilers thus far, so don't spoil anything for me in the comments. I will see it soon. I assume it's going to be on Netflix or something, or Disney Plus here in the near future, and I will definitely catch it then. It takes a lot to get me out to the movie theaters now. It's just I don't really enjoy the movie theater experience as much as I used to. It's just, you know, I mean, even with the reclining chairs and stuff like that, I mean, that's fun and all, whatever, but, and, you know, hey, I love being able to, you know, hey, Siege Ratchet is here as well. Here I'm droning on about the movies, but I like being able to go online, pick your seat, know that that seat is going to be there when you get there. That's great. I do like the reclining chairs. They're all comfy and stuff. Some people get a little too relaxed with it, going in their pajamas and whatever, but what are you going to do? It's just, you know, I don't know. I guess I don't really even know why I don't want to go to the movie theater anymore. I guess I do want to go. Let's stay on track here. We got Marvel Legends Scorpion, and we've got Siege Ratchet, which I think was a Walgreens exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. This is unfortunate that now I have Ratchet. I can't not have Ironhide, and this means I'm going to have to go out and track down Ironhide. So thanks, Richard. No, seriously, thank you, Richard. I have almost all of the core. I have a lot of the core Siege figures. I think I still don't have, like, Hound. I didn't get Prowl. I did see that Sunstreaker might be coming up, so I am excited about that. All right, so that was box 1. Box 2. Box 2 had a Marvel Legends Target exclusive, if I remember correctly. Target or... crap, no, I can't remember. I think it might have been Walmart exclusive, actually. This was the binary version of Ms. Marvel. I liked the movie, and I actually saw it in the theater. I went and saw the theater prior to the release of Infinity War. A lot of cool effects here. I love the partially translucent stuff on her, obviously. And even better is because I already have the Kree version and the regular version. So I dig this set a lot. I never did get the version with the flight jacket and Goose in it. I definitely wanted to grab that. This year was tough, man. There was so much stuff coming out. It was like I had to, and you probably did too. You got to pick and choose what you want to get. There's just so many different figures. You're like, well, do I want to pay, you know, $15 to $20 to get a different version of a figure that I already had, or do I want to get a different figure? And so I just kept watching that binary, watching it, waiting for the price to get to where I wanted to actually pay it. And by the time it got down to a price that I was like, oh, that's the price I want to pay, they were sold out. So what are you going to do? So I appreciate a lot that Richard sent that in. And this thing is just ridiculous. This is, it's called Beast Kingdom is the name of the line. It's actually already open here. It wasn't when he sent it in. I opened it because I couldn't wait. So we've got this Beast Kingdom Boba Fett. I'm not going to take all his gear and stuff out here. I did post a picture of this on my Instagram. So it's just kind of like a cutesy, super deformed version. And this is what all their characters look like. It's really fun. I like it a lot. The only thing I don't love about it is how big they decided to go with the Wookiee braids here. I wish those had been a little bit smaller. But overall, he's very poseable. He's solid. It's durable. I've seen pictures of different figures from Beast Kingdom before. I'd never actually had a chance to put my hands on one. So if I was only going to ever get one, it was going to be this one. So that's a really great piece to add to my general Boba Fett collection. Not necessarily the Boba set, because it's not a vintage Kenner piece, but my general Boba Fett collection. And it's wired cape, too, like whatever. And he's got a tiny little adorable jetpack in here that just snaps right on the back. Really, really cool. I do dig this thing quite a bit. Obviously, I am already biased, but really excited, really honored to have this piece in my collection here. So once again, Richard, thank you very much for sending in all of this stuff here and all of your previous contributions, and happy holidays to you as well. Oh, and before I forget, before I go too far, Richard also included a envelope here for producer Greg, which is very nice. I do feel bad that everybody sends stuff in that I dig, but producer Greg isn't really an action figure collector, so none of this stuff really does him any good. So it was really nice that Richard sending this in. It is sealed. I'm not going to open it, but he did tell me on the note what it was. So it's a speaking of going to the movies, it's a Fandango gift card. So hopefully producer Greg will open this before he edits the video, or I'll just tell him what's in it. Spoil the surprise, but whatever. It's I'll say thank you for producer Greg, even though I'm pretty sure he's going to say thank you himself. Next up is Andrew, the ironworker from Carmel, New York. Andrew is another frequent contributor to the show. That seems to be one of the themes coming up here on this episode. Andrew sent in a card, another holiday card here, Christmas card with glittery snow featuring peanuts. Says, Happy Holidays, Toy Galaxy, Dan, Greg, and Mrs. Toy Galaxy. Thank you, Andrew, the ironworker. Thank you, Andrew. And Andrew knows how to spoil a Dan Larson. This is the 1000 Toys. What is this called? Heavy Industry 1/12 scale synthetic human. If you're not familiar with these, this is an incredible action figure. 1000 Toys is the name of the company that makes these, and this is a super creepy, like android sort of human kind of figure. The only one of these, the only 1000 Toys figures I currently own is a Toy Pizza Knight of the Slice, the red Knight of the Slice. But they've got lots of 1000 Toys makes a lot of other different figures. This I think it was like their first figure, their initial sort of launch piece. It was the first time I'd ever heard of the company and their action figure line. So it's just kind of an android-y kind of looking piece. It's super posable. There's just joints all over the place on this thing. There's a couple of interchangeable hands here, and then also a super creepy interchangeable face. Let me see if I can hold this up for you so you can see it. Oh, maybe I'll just swap out the face here real quick. There's a removable peg here. You can just snap on the other face. And so the other face is, super creepy. I assume that's just sort of like the face behind the face. But man, is that nightmarish. I prefer it. It's a little less creepy with the actual sort of porcelain mask looking face there. But I've definitely seen pictures of this thing online for a couple years now and just marveled at the smoothness of this figure. That's one thing I can't really explain to you. I mean, I can explain it. I don't know if you can really understand how smooth. It's tight, there's still tension in those joints, but man, is it just a smooth moving and feeling figure. It's just really, really nice. And I've been happy for the guys over at Toy Pizza, Jesse and Nick, to be able to get their partnership going with 1000 Toys to have their action figures made, because they're just gorgeous pieces. They pose like a dream, and if Toy Galaxy was going to make figures, I wouldn't mind partnering up with them either. But this is an incredible piece, a very amazing figure. So Andrew, again, be safe out there working on the ironworking stuff out on the buildings, and thank you for being a supporter, and thanks for this amazing piece. Up next is Rob from Claridge, Pennsylvania. Let me see if I can find the letter in here first. It's all the way on the bottom. Rob, like I said, repeat contributors here. Rob sent in a figure. He said here in his note, a few months ago I sent you the IG, I think it was IG regular, this guy. IC regular. Yeah, this guy on the back here, the red guy. I sent you for your Tron 2.0 collection that I got at RetroCon when you picked up yours this past weekend, December 6th through 8th. I was at another convention near my hometown, Steel City Con. I was buying from a vendor, looked down and saw it. So basically what happened here was back earlier in 2019, I was down at RetroCon, so was Rob, and NECA had their table set up, their booth where they're like cleaning out the warehouse, cleaning out their back stock and all that stuff. And for whatever reason, they still had these. These are from 2003, and they still had a bunch of these figures. So I grabbed Jet and Thorn, and I was like, if they'd had the others, I might have bought them. So I guess they did earlier in the day have them. And so Rob, previously in another video, a couple videos ago, had sent in the IC regular, and now he, at a different show, managed to grab the Mercury figure. So now I do have a complete set again. I had them all. You know what? I have to say, I think back in the day, 2003, when these initially came out, I don't think I actually had the IC regular. I think I grabbed these three, but I didn't grab him. So this is actually the first time I've ever had a complete collection. I had these three, sold them at some point, probably around like 2007, 2008, something like that, when I was going from collection 2.0 to collection 3.0. And just never got the whole set. So it's really cool now to be able to actually have the complete set, and I'm going to open up all of them. They were not very expensive at NECA's booth, so I'm going to open them all up and have a nice little Tron 2.0 collection, and maybe put that together with the new Diamond Select Collectibles Tron 1.0 figures. But Rob, thank you very much for this. Glad to finally have that collection complete, and thanks for thinking of me, man. Up next is Josh and his son Alex from Milwaukee. It's Algonquin for the good land. Josh and his son Alex actually sent quite a bit of stuff here. An impressive assortment of things. Up first, we've got the Batman v Ninja Turtles. V or plus? Were they fighting or were they teammates? Or was it like most comics where they like fight and then they become teammates? I confess I did not watch the animated series. Read the comics. It was probably not a series. It was probably like one episode, one movie. I don't know. I'm out of touch. Here I go with my contemporary action figure channel when I'm not paying attention to what's going on around me. We've got... I didn't get any of these, so it's really cool that Josh and Alex included these things for me here. The Turtles peaked for me, and by peaked, I mean I got my ideal Turtles when the movie set came out, because those were the best for as far as what I wanted to see out of the Turtles. That was it. That was the top of the mountain. I don't need to pursue any other different versions of the Turtles because for me, those are just absolutely perfect. I love them. They are great. They are my ideal perfect Turtles. So seeing these, as cool as this animated look is, and it really, really is cool. Holy cow, these are sharp. These fins are dangerous. I didn't really feel like I needed to pick them up, or if I was going to, I didn't want to pay full price on them. I figured, wait, see if they get marked down, or see if I can pick them up at a show or something. So I figured I was just going to wait on them. So I don't actually have any of these in my collection. Honestly, if I was just going to get one set, they came in 2-packs. So you had like, a Batman character and a Turtle character. So it was probably like Batman and Leo and Alfred and Splinter, maybe. I don't know which I can't remember which ones. Because I was like, it's one of those things where like so much stuff was coming out this year. I was already getting so much Marvel and Star Wars and Fortnite and Power Rangers and Gundam that I was like, don't even look at these. Just don't even think about them. Forget they exist because you're not getting them. That said, this cloth cape is really awesome. I totally dig the chiseled, chunky, blocky, flat colors of this animated style. So I guess that Josh and Alex only wanted the Turtles characters, and so they turned over the Bat characters to me. Totally appreciate it. These are really cool. I'll have to see how posable they are. From what I've seen online, they're not super posable, but what are you going to do? I'm not crazy about how this kind of texture on these sort of figures does have a tendency to rub off on each other here. You can see a lot of little nicks and stuff on different spots, but this is a really, really great Batman. I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited to have Batman and Damian Wayne in this one. I have the Damian Wayne from the DC Icons. It was Damian and Jonathan Kent Superboy, that 2-pack. I dig those figures a lot. Glad to have those. So cool to have another Damian Wayne in my collection. And get if there's been any others, and there have. I haven't picked up any of them, so pretty cool to have that. All right, let's move on. We've got a lot of other stuff here. Oh, there's all these accessories, too. Got a Gotham City sewer cover here, alternate head for Damien, and what are they, 4 pieces of pizza in here? All kinds of pizzas, so that's cool. Add to my pizza collection. Pizza Spider-Man's going to be psyched. In here we have some Build-A-Figure parts. This, what do we got here? Some Ultimate Green Goblin, some, I think this is Sauron, Wendigo, Kingpin leg, Red Skull, or Red Onslaught, Skullhead, Absorbing Man leg, I think. Oh, we got a lizard head, that's cool. I would have killed for this about 6 months ago. I was still desperately trying to get this thing. We'll have to see. I don't know if I have any other lizard pieces. Well, obviously, no, that's a Sauron leg. I don't know. Some cool Build-A-Figure pieces there to add to my trade fodder there. In here, we also have a couple of Predators. Now, I don't know which Predators these are, so your help would be appreciated. Anybody here within the sound of my voice watching this video. This guy. My hair is in here. You know, the funny thing is I didn't used to collect Predators, and then you folks out there, everybody watching this, said, oh, you think you don't collect Predators, but now you're going to collect Predators. And I actually have, thanks to everybody who has sent Predators in, I actually have a decent Predator collection now. And you know, I've bought some of my own, the Clear, the Glow in the Dark, a couple others that just happen to catch my eye. I have collected a few Predators now. These both are really, really cool. There are definitely some I just don't like, but these are pretty cool designs. I think this guy has a weapon. I think this is his. But, man, that handle is tiny. I don't know if that's going to fit in there. Anyway, why is that so tiny? I'll put it in this hand instead. There we go. That's better. Yeah, there's the one I missed that I still regret to this day. I was down at Awesome Con a couple of years ago, just shopping, and somebody had the, I don't know what his particular call sign is or whatever. It was the one that had, he had the actual like xenomorph head. It's not this one. It's a little bit more alien xenomorph looking, as I recall. And I was dumb. The guy wanted like $30 or whatever, 40, whatever it was. I was trying to get it for $5 less than what he was asking for, and he didn't want to budge, and I didn't want to budge, and so I walked away. And then I was like, you dummy, you should have just paid the extra $5 and got it. Because especially like a few months later, I was looking it up on eBay, and it was going for more than what he was asking for. And so I was like, all right, well, I lost that one. He won. I was a dummy. He probably sold it, and it's gone now. So maybe I'll come across that one again at some point and not be dumb about it the next time. Also in here is a SH Figure Arts Hurricane Red, which is cool. I have a few Figure Arts Sentai figures at this point, and this one does happen to fall into the Power Rangers era, so you know, legacy Power Ranger figures do exist for this from Bandai, and then I assume at some point we're going to get these for potentially for the Lightning collection as well. Obviously, I have the Sun Vulcan figures, Eagle, Shark, and Panther. I have an original Go Ranger figure and some other pieces. But there's only so far you can go back. There's only a certain ways you can get figures from the era before Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You got to go back to Figure Arts. And they haven't even done all those old teams yet, so that's unfortunate. But anyway, that has nothing to do with this figure. This is a cool figure. I love the proportions on these. This one in particular, more so than the Legacy Bandai figures. I mean, we'll see what the Lightning collection looks like. But for now, super psyched to have this. This was initially a 3-person team. Red, blue, yellow. And then they brought in the two gold, green. I'm not sure which color designations they got. I didn't watch the American version, the Power Rangers version. It's been a long time since I watched any of the Japanese versions of this particular series. But very cool figure there. And then last in the box is a Robot Spirits Gundam Wing figure, which is really, really interesting. It's just Gundam Spirits. Robot Spirits are awesome. Totally dig them. I think this is Robot Spirits. I'm pretty sure it is. It looks like it is from all the pictures I could tell. I think because they did like the mobile suits in action, and those were much gummier, much softer. This is obviously more posable, harder plastic, more detailed, all that stuff. But then there was sort of a second era of robot spirits, and I don't think this one, if they did do the wingsuits, I don't think it was like this. I'm pretty sure this is the robot spirits. I just never thought I would actually see one or get one based on what the going rates are for these figures now. It's why I haven't been able to collect this line at all. They're just prohibitively priced on the secondary market because I didn't get them in their initial releases, and even in their initial releases they were kind of expensive. And I don't want to sound like an appreciative jerk or anything, but if you happen to have this armor piece on the hip here that came off, if it shows up in a box or something, just pop it in the mail and I'll pay the postage or whatever. But otherwise, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. He's got his beam saber, his shield. This version does transform. You've got a couple of different hands in there. He's got his two-piece blaster here that can either be two weapons or one giant mega cannon, or it's also the front of the sort of bird mode that he can transform into. Awesome suit, awesome figure. Just a great batch of stuff all around. Just an incredibly generous assortment of things to send into the show. So thank you very much to Josh and his son Alex. Thank you for watching this and all of our videos. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I am at toygalaxy. If you're in the position to help the channel grow, please visit our Patreon at patreon.com/toygalaxy. Let us know in the comments down below if you added anything cool to your collection thanks to Christmas or whatever holidays you do or do not celebrate. Thanks again for watching. Thanks again to everybody who sent stuff in. Thanks to all our patrons. Thank you. Later.